Hi there, students. A party whip. The chief whip. The chief whip of the Conservative Party. So at the moment, the chief whip of the Conservative Party is Simon Hart MP. So what's this word whips in British politics? Okay, a whip is a person who enforces or tries to enforce the voting of members of parliament to vote in line with party policy. Yeah, he's the person who is trying to get all of the MPs to vote in line with what the party says. He is effectively in charge. The whips are in charge of discipline. Yeah, they're largely to ensure that MPs vote in the way that the party leadership says, and normally the whips use a combination of threats and promises to get people to comply. Now, there are in fact three types of instruction that the whips give. You've got a single line whip, a 2-line whip, and a 3-line whip. A single line whip, it says that it notifies you when the voting is, and it tells you what the party line is on this, but it's you don't have to go. Yeah, a 2-line whip says you have to go, and you ought to follow the party's position unless you've been given permission not to go to the vote by the whip. And a 3-line whip is the strongest one. And this says you've got to attend and you've got to vote according to the party's position. And if you don't, then this is going to have very serious consequences. You could be expelled from the party, in which case they say you have the whip taken away from you. Yeah, but three-line whips are not very common. They're only normally for things like votes of confidence, or maybe about funding as well. But they don't use them very often because if there's a revolt, because the members of parliament don't like it, it could lead to all sorts of problems. Okay, so a party whip, yeah, it's a member of a political party who's given the authority to make sure that the members participate in voting, and they vote for what they vote according to the party line. Yeah, they vote according to what the party wants. Let's see. In the UK, this person is called the whip. You will find in many other countries there are people who also do the same job. So the party whip. In the UK, all political parties have a party whip. Well, you need MPs to have a whip, but there's a whip for all of the major parties. As to origin, okay, this actually comes from hunting. In hunting, you have a whipper in, which is somebody with a whip during a hunt who tries to prevent the dogs from wandering away from the pack and to keep the pack together, to keep the pack going. He whips them in. So in this case, it's to keep all of the politicians in the same pack and going in the same way. Formality, the whip, the party whip. It is what it is. I'm going to give it a 6 in formality, though. Use it anywhere, but it's definitely on the formal side. So, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. So, a party whip, the chief whip, or just the whip.